Okay, so let's get started on your third assignment today. If we look at this on your classwork tab, it's number 3 on the list. You're going to click View Assignment. You're going to go to your instructions, and it says Interactive Map Skill Worksheet. You can use your magazine for this, so you can use pages 4 through 7 on the map and chart. You can either use your book or the interactive magazine to answer the questions on the worksheet below. You should have this in your paper packet. It's on the back of the paper that you just completed. The interactive map and almanac are on the next spot down on the classwork tab. So if we go to your, we can see that there is a link there to your interactive map and almanac. It's an atlas and almanac. So it's really kind of neat if you go there and you can look at all kinds of different things about the different countries. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the worksheet that you're answering. So it looks like this. It says reading a map. It's Europe. It has fast facts on the top of it. All right. It says use the interactive map and tables to answer the questions about Europe. Write your responses on a separate sheet of paper. Where you see an asterisk, label those geographic features on the places on the outline map provided. So I gave you another map. It's the next thing down right here. So you can label those spots by using Cami. I would just rotate this to where you could see it upright. Open this with Cami, rotate it, and then any of those that you put in the right spot, you share it with me. I give you extra credit for it. So let's look at number 1. It says, in which direction would you travel to get from Copenhagen, Denmark? That's like saying Portsmouth, Ohio. It's one spot. It's like Copenhagen is the city, Denmark is the country, to Paris, France. So we're going from Copenhagen, Denmark to Paris, France. So let's look at your magazine. And here is the map that you have. So we're going to find Denmark, and we know France is here. So let's go to Denmark. There we go. All right. So we're going from Copenhagen, Denmark, this spot right here, to Paris, France, which is right here. So it's in this direction. That is an intermediate direction. So write down the name of the intermediate direction where you're going from Copenhagen to Paris. Let's look at number 2. The Volga River flows through Russia into what sea? So we're going to have to find Russia. So it's up here in the green. And then I'm going to zoom in to find that river. And you can open up your digital version of this. Remember, our class code is 6th grade NMS. It's a 6th grade NMS. Stands for Northwest Middle School. So here's the Volga River. Now, you're going to find the sea that empties into. So just follow the river where it goes and then name that sea. And remember, when you write the name of the sea, or if you write the name of a river, you always capitalize its first and last name. Don't forget that stuff. These are things that we need to do. We need to get out of the habit of doing things incorrectly. We can get better every day. All right, let's look at number 3. Name the national capital at 60 degrees north, 25 degrees east. You guys remember, you're not allowed to Google search these kinds of things. Make sure that you are using your map skills. You're not going to get better at map skills if you don't choose to do it. Okay, I got to click that. I keep forgetting how to use this interactive page. But anyway, it's 60 degrees north, 25 degrees east. So I'm going to follow this 60 degrees north line, and you can write on yours too. You can open it in this same way. So you follow all the way along, And then you find 25 east. Now, these aren't in intervals of 5, so I know that there's 20 and there's 30, so 25 would be about down the middle. Just draw a line going straight down. So now what you do is you name the national capital at where that intersects, name the name of the city, then you name its country. So if you said like Paris, France, just like they do, or Oslo, Norway. So you put a comma in between Oslo and Norway. It's not this answer, by the way. I was just using that. So here's like the city, that's the capital, and there's the country. So like Portsmouth, Ohio, you'd put the city and the state. So, but this is the city and the country. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 4, what 4 regions make up the United Kingdom? Now, the United Kingdom is here, but it might not be that easy to see on this. So let's just go ahead and go to the next page and look up United Kingdom. United Kingdom is right here, and right underneath it, in parentheses, it tells you the 4 regions that make up the United Kingdom. So just write those regions down. It's on page 7 of your magazine. Just find the United Kingdom. Now, these are all listed in alphabetical order. So that helps in finding different countries. Some of the questions might be a little harder because they're in alphabetical order and they're not, based on like square miles or something like that. But we're going to find out how to do that in just a minute. And exactly right now. Just a second, I should have said. So number 5 says, which European country has the largest land area and which has the smallest? So if I look on this chart, I see that land area is this section right here. So Albania has 11,082 square miles. So Albania is not, if you look here, 11,000 is more than 180 square miles. So right now, Andorra is in the lead for the smallest. So you're going to look for the smallest, then you're going to look for the largest. So Belgium has 11,007. Just keep going down until, see if you can see something that's smaller than 180. If you do, then name that country for the smallest. Then you're also going to be doing the largest. So it looks like you should do the largest first. So let's just go ahead and start with the largest. We'll go green for largest. So right now, 11,000 is our largest. 32,000 beats it. 80,000 beats that one. Okay, now we're looking for something that beats 80,000. Okay, we got 150,000 right there in Finland. But it's quickly beat by France. Anyway, you just keep going until you see which one has the largest land area. You see the name of the country. It's the top one right here that tells you the square miles. So just keep looking. And you got to look on this side too. Don't forget, there's 2 sides to this. So first find the largest land area in square miles, then the smallest. I don't know if we found the smallest, but Andorra is a pretty small place. Maybe there is. Oh, there is. There's another one that's smaller than Andorra. I see it. Oh, there's one smaller than that. I see it right over here. We look over in this section right there. So yeah, there is a really small country in square miles anyway. Very small. So look for those. This is supposed to be fun. So take it like that. Don't look at this like it's a big deal. All right. The next thing says, list 2 parliamentary democracies in Europe and who is usually the head of government in such a political system. So now you're going to be looking at this section right here. Here's a parliamentary democracy right there. So all you have to do is name 2 countries that have a parliamentary democracy. This one says presidential parliamentary democracy, so maybe not that, since it's just saying parliamentary democracy. Let's just go with that one because here's one right here. Parliamentary democracy, and then there. Then look at all of them and see what is the head. Is it usually a president or is it usually a prime minister? This one up here is a chancellor, but are most of them like that? So just keep looking in parliamentary democracies. Name 2 of them, and then tell who is usually the head of that such political system. So I'm looking at chancellor and prime minister, but I wonder which one beats which. So you'll have to look and find out. Let's go with number 7. What is the approximate latitude and longitude of Prague, Czechia? So what you're going to do, all right, so we're going to have to go back to our magazine. Oops. But we're still in the magazine, but now we're looking for Czechia. All right, so we're looking at the approximate latitude and longitude of Prague, which is right here, spot right there. Okay, so we always do latitude first. So first of all, let's look at the line that's closest to this. I know that this is about right on this line. So it's close to this latitude line, but it's not exactly on it. It might be one more than this or one less than this. So I looked that it's between the 50 and the 60, but it's very close to the 50. So you put that and then degrees north or south, depending on what this line says, comma. And now we've got to do the latitude. Otherwise, we could go all the way around the world and still not be able to find this until we went all the way around the world, which is not fun at all. So now we've got to find out where that longitude line crosses. So I know that it comes up this way. So now I've got to find out, okay, so it's in between these two longitude lines. It's not exactly 1/2. So it's actually between the halfway mark here and the 10 degrees. Now, when you do this, you are going to either write east or west. So you give it a number and you're going to either hit east or west. Now, if we look at these longitude lines, we know what it is. So you should have a latitude first, then the longitude. And remember, latitude's down here because we're talking about Prague. All right, so now let's look at the next question. It says, which countries border Poland? Poland is right here. So you've got to name all the countries that touch Poland. And it is plural, so there's more than one. So look all the way around Poland. Anywhere it's touching land, you got to name that land. Even if it's a little chunk of land like this, you got to look and see what it says that the country's name is. Okay, let's go to the next one. Which two European countries recently changed their names from what to what? So now this is where the next page is going to come in handy. You're going to look at the bottom and read this bottom section, and it tells you, if you read here and here, it tells you the two countries' names, and you name what their names used to be and what their names are now. And then the last one, it says the nation of Bosnia and Herzegovina is one of 3 European countries with an alternating head of government. What are the other 2? And from what body does each choose its leader? So what you do is you go to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we see that it's a rotating chairman of presidency. So now it says, what are the other 2 that do this, and from what body does each choose a leader? So is it a presidential parliamentary like these guys? So look for rotating, the word rotating there, for an alternating head of government. All right, good luck on this. Do the best you can. I'll probably, if this thing is worth like 15 points, I might make it out of 10. So then you've got leverage there that if you didn't get some of them right, you'll still get credit for it.